It's 3:18 on Wednesday. I almost said Friday because it is my Friday. And I am wrapping up. I can't leave just yet because there are some leadership kids in the dance room practicing like audition choreography, because we really are trying to put together house dance crews. And speaking of whose house, which is what we call it here at school, I just thought, because today there was no new teaching, nothing extraordinary going on, because their priority was getting their essays done in all classes. So that's what they worked on. I think most of them got it done and turned in. There's a couple here and there that didn't, but they know they have 2 days, so they have to get it done by the end of the day on Tuesday for it to count. So I was going to show you what we've been trying to organize. This is just our second week doing it for Whose House. So every Wednesday is Color Wars Day, where kids and staff are encouraged to wear their house color, house shirt if they have one. Okay, hold on a second. 3:45. What's 3:45? To show house pride, and then they get points for doing so. And then the past couple of weeks, like I said, this is our second week, we've tried to incorporate like Color Wars lunch battles is what we're calling them, at 6th grade lunch, 7th grade lunch, 8th grade lunch, where they play different games. And if they play, we give them points just for signing up and participating, and then if they win, they get more points for actually winning for themselves and their house. Points for themselves to spend, because we are also working on opening up Hawk's Nest, which is like the student store, and then for the house. Now, the house that wins, we haven't gotten that far yet, because we really are figuring things out as we go, since this is our first year. So I wanted to share like how we've been organizing that. It's not perfect, but it's, you know, it's a pretty good system that just needs kinks worked out. So there is a Google form that I created and shared with all the teachers, and also posted on the Google Classroom page that our yearbook class has established for each grade level. Unfortunately, I can't really rely on the fact that every teacher is going to post this form on their Google Classroom, and I know that some haven't, because there are some kids that have no idea how to sign up to play or to be chosen to play during these lunch activities, and that's something I just can't control. But this form is posted for them. It is called the Color Wars Lunchtime Activity Participant Form. It says, would you like to participate in our Lunchtime Color Wars competition? If so, fill out this Google form to enter the pool of players for a chance to play and win points for yourself and your house. Participants will be randomly selected every Wednesday morning, and your ticket to play will be delivered to your homeroom teacher. Please note, completing this form does not guarantee that your name will be selected the same week you submit it. So for example, right now we have 143 responses, so there's no way that every student that signs up will get to play right away. So that's what that little blurb is letting them know. So they have to put their first name, last name, the date, the grade, name of their homeroom teacher, which house they're playing for, and then they submit it. And so what we do to select the players is in this envelope is the Google form, and I think I'm gonna have to print this out every week, because as the kids play, I'll delete them from the responses, but we have this Google form. I'm just holding it far away so that you can't see student names. And every week there's a different group of students that are in charge of organizing things, like deciding the game, making sure the materials are out, and everything else. And we need, hi. Sorry, I had some students walk in. So they fill out this form, and then we select players from here, making sure that we have 2 players from each house, because we want a total of 8 players, because 4 seems too small. Anything larger than 8 might be too much for the kids to manage. But the kids know, like the committee for that week knows they're in charge of the games, what they're gonna be, the materials. And then there's one adult, like a 6th grade teacher goes out during their lunch, a 7th grade teacher goes out during their lunch, and then I always go out during 8th. And we're really just there to monitor and make sure everything's okay, but we're not running the show. And so the kids play. The first week we did musical chairs and like a hula hoop contest. This week it was hot potato and Simon Says. I didn't see the Simon Says, and I was like, you guys want to play Simon Says? And they were like, yes. So they played that, and every week The 6th grade lunch, they always feel like it's a little bit more chaotic, and I don't know if it's because the kids are younger and or it's their first one of the day. 7th grade always brings it, and then 8th grade, it's just like they're too cool, they're not totally invested, and so it's always a struggle. But I'm trying to think of some things that would make the 8th graders a little bit more engaged, like maybe some athletic competitions, because we also have basketball courts open during that time, and a lot of people are over there playing basketball. So my thought is like maybe if we incorporate like athletic competitions on one side and then like more game-based things on the stage that we have, that would help. So that's a work in progress. So we pull the kids from there. We made these tickets to play on Canva. They're just laminated. A student made these. I said we need tickets to play. This is what she made. We laminated them, and then we passed them out every Wednesday morning to the homeroom teacher. So the student that's playing gets this little piece of paper. It's a half sheet that says ticket to play, and it tells them that they need it to play in their ID, which I haven't seen them do just yet. And after you eat lunch today, bring this ticket to the stage, and the leadership students will direct you from there. It sounds like sometimes kids don't show up when they're being called. We do have MCs, but the MCs need to kind of work on their attention grabbing abilities. And so some kids don't come up and play, which means we're not getting some of those tickets back, which is what I want, because I want us to be able to reuse these tickets every week. So I'm thinking of maybe when we deliver the tickets to play, maybe getting the student's ID, and that will prompt them to come at lunch because now they need to get their ID back. I haven't fully thought that through yet. And then they play. And so when I was out there today for the 8th grade lunch, and it did seem pretty dead in the sense that the kids on the stage were having a good time, but like the crowd wasn't even remotely in it, like watching. But again, like I said, that's generally like the disposition of 8th graders when it comes to something like this. So the challenge is overcoming that. So that is what we've been doing. I have other ideas. Like I definitely want to get like a banner to hang outside of the school every Wednesday that lets people know like it's Color Wars, because this would happen every Wednesday. I've emailed the PTSA to see if anyone knows like of a DJ that would be willing to donate like 2 hours of their time once a month to kind of up it a little bit in that regard. And then also thinking about other games we could play, like maybe investing some money in like those giant versions of Connect 4 or Checkers or something like that, because those would be used over and over again. So that's what we've been doing there. As far as the day, like the afternoon got real like busy, just a lot to kind of deal with in class, which exhausted me. But the good news is while the kids were working on their, oh, hold on a second. So yeah, that was the other half of my students. But I think I was just saying the afternoon was just really busy, crazy. So that's it. I'm looking forward to the 4-day weekend. I may or may not do some work because there's some things I need to figure out. And I'm leaving here today without all those things figured out, but I have to go because I have happy hour. I'm meeting some friends from my old school, but for the most part, a good day. I don't have any major complaints. So if you enjoyed today's vlog, please give it a thumbs up. If you're not subscribed, make sure you subscribe. And if you're not following me on Instagram, please head over there. Follow me at Smarty Style. And as always, I hope that you're well. And if you're not well, please be well. And I will see you guys tomorrow. Maybe.